Okay, we should be going.
We appear to be going.
Just checking the audio.
Audios aren't here yet.
The audios. Anyway, here we are, another Sunday.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, it's coming up, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I won't be getting anything, don't worry. You're not getting anything either.
You forgot?
I didn't forget.
How
you forgot.
Dare you? Our love is meaningless.
I didn't forget. You're not getting anything.
I actually did get you something. It was the hunger.
Oh.
But somebody got the package and opened it up and went ahead and took a picture of it and put it out and everything else before I could wrap it up.
I didn't know you were intending to wrap it.
No, but I didn't. I was hoping you weren't going to get it. I mean, I was hoping I was going to get it before.
You should have been home.
Like 90% of the time, the package lays out in the front until I go get it anyway.
That doesn't.
Or in the back porch. Many, many times I've come home and I get the packages and open them up. So, anyway. Happy Valentine's Day. We played the Hunger yesterday.
Yay!
And enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game.
I liked it.
It
helped that I crushed you.
Well, let's
through your own fault.
Let's be
through
very
your
clear.
Own fault.
Let's be very clear. If I would have got back to the castle, I would have crushed you.
Yes.
I had far more points. The problem was the last 3 rounds I almost had no movement.
Move.
Which is the balance of that game, because you pick up a lot of people to eat, and if you're too full,
get
too greedy, you can't move fast.
You were a glutton.
The one thing I mean thematically about the game is you're carrying all these people around until you digest them. So I guess you're sucking their blood, and their blood is still inside of you, causing you the problems.
Yes.
Like if you eat the fat guy, you get that fat running around in your blood until you.
Or if you eat the drunk person, you get confused.
Digest
I like
them
that.
some way. So yeah, I guess thematically.
I liked it till there was. I mean, I wish there was a way to, and I get why there isn't, but way to clean out the cards, because we got to where there was just no good cards on the board, and it was annoying. But I get why you can't.
There's a shitload of cards, though.
There are a lot of cards.
I had one where I had to have a specific person, because that other card said if you have this person.
2 other cards said if you had that person.
Yeah, you get extra points at the end of the game, and excuse me. There was only one. That person's only in the deck once, and the deck is probably 2.5 decks, normal decks, so probably over 100 cards, and only one person in there. So
and he got her.
In the future,
I couldn't stop him.
But I got no points because I didn't get back. But in the
You
future, any of those kind of cards for me, I'm just gonna ignore.
Well, I mean, it was still a good card to get, even if you didn't get Roxanne. It was just a massive bonus if you did get her.
Right. But I mean, if the only thing you have to look at the available cards, and the only thing that differentiates is the fact that you can get extra points for that person. Yeah.
I'll get it
then. It's just so. I mean, 1 out of 100 cards in a game. Now that might change.
You got extremely lucky that you got it.
That might change a lot with the higher player count.
Right, because we would go through. No, we wouldn't go through more cards.
More people would buy the cards up.
Right, but we still will have the same amount of cards coming out because it's only every round.
And they shift over.
Right.
So they never go away till you take them.
So there would probably be fewer cards available.
Remember, the higher player count gets another whole row.
Oh, that's true.
Or 2 rows.
That's true.
It's 1 plus whatever the player count is.
Yes.
So we had 3 rows.
So there would be more cards coming out.
And it plays up to 6. So I guess you could have 7 rows, essentially, which would really burn through that.
21 cards around.
Well, it would be 7 new ones coming out each turn.
7 new each turn, yes.
So, yeah, it was fun. It had really the only clanky feel to it to me.
So you had to get out and get back.
Because you had to get out, but it wasn't a race to get out. If the first person gets out, everybody else has to get out. It is 15 rounds regardless.
Yeah, I did like that.
So you have to balance
Set amount of time. You knew how long it was going to take.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, at the beginning, you're not moving very fast. Excuse me, because you don't have a lot of cards.
Right.
And if you get at the halfway point, you may have a lot more cards that give you faster movement, so you can get back quicker.
But you also have a lot more cards that give you no movement or negative movement.
Yeah, and I don't like, digesting. You could only do it in certain places, so.
And one per turn. I wish it was, if you got to that place, you could digest all of that type of card.
Yeah, that would make it. A little bit more palatable to do that, right? But there was a lot of different types of cards too. There were like religious cards, military card type people,
noble, and villagers, and then there were other that weren't any of those, right? You didn't always fit into one of those categories. Then there were all the humans did, and then there were vampire cards and familiar cards.
So anyway, you only have one space on the board to be able to devour or digest those types, and some of them are way back up in the far side of the board. So if you had 3 of them, you're only going to digest one of them.
Unless you boop, boop, boop,
but then you're wasting every
time.
Turn.
Yeah,
you only have 15 turns, so
yeah.
It's definitely a management and deck building, hand management race game.
Yes.
Essentially. Which is, I think, will be more fun at least 3. I don't think 2 was fun, but I think 3 or 4 will probably be the sweet spot. 5 or 6 might just be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to do it once though.
Well, we're going to our annual GIPF, Good Enough Adventure Party Con in March, right?
In March.
Yeah, we'll take that with us, and
yeah,
it'll be fun. It's a small one this year. We had some limited availability of getting places, so we went back to our core group of people, and and unfortunately that's the way it worked out. Hopefully next year we'll be able to do a lot bigger event, and hopefully we'll be able to do the IPCon next year, which
that would be awesome.
Would be hopefully lots of people from all over the world flying in. So that would be fun. Anything else we want to talk about? It is Super Bowl Sunday, so we don't expect a lot of people to pop in here. They're probably all at parties and going out and getting their food and all the stuff for that.
If we were sports people, we would be excited also.
We are excited about playing Pandemic Season 0 July. That's what we're going to do today after the stream with our son. We're doing pretty good. We've lost twice.
2 or 3 times.
One
was an adequate. It was not technically a loss. It was an adequate because we did do one.
We haven't had to repeat. We only had to repeat 2 months so far.
Encouragens. Yes, the Taco Maniac Encouragens would be awesome. How are you doing today? We're just babbling.
Yeah, we're just killing some time before we get into what we're going to do. So yeah, Super Bowl Sunday, and the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, are in that competition. And we're from Cincinnati, so we should be really excited about it.
Should be.
But good luck to them. As long as they don't, burn the city down if they win or something.
Or lose. Either way.
Which way do they burn cities down?
I don't know.
Is it when they win, they're so happy they do it, or when they lose, they're so mad that they do it?
I don't know.
And I think this is taking place in L.A. This is really a topic of conversation I guess we shouldn't have because we have no knowledge.
Both. That's what I was thinking. It was both.
They both burn both cities down?
No. If they win, they do it. If they lose, they do it.
So both cities then, right? Because if one is going to win and one is going to lose, so both cities will be set aflame after this.
Yeah, that tracks.
Smashing windows, stealing TVs and stuff. So got that to look forward to for tomorrow. Actually, Cincinnati schools are closed down tomorrow because of the Super Bowl. So think about that. I never had that when I was a kid. Of course, I guess the Super Bowl. Actually, the last time the Bengals went to the Super Bowl was my senior year when I graduated.
Because you're old.
Somebody said, 88's the last time they went, and I went, I didn't care then either. But I do recall that being a thing. But good, if everybody enjoys it, that's fantastic.
Yes, good for them.
Let's see. Do you want to anything else we want to talk about, or we want to go over the rules?
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Patrick, before we go over the rules? a drink.
You didn't like the blackberry one, right? That's the one I've been drinking.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for it. I thought I would have, but I didn't like it.
Cider Boys, Blackberry Wild, Apple Blackberry Hard Cider. I like it. Apple Blackberry.
Patrick was not yet one the last time they went to the Super Bowl.
You were not yet existing? Oh, not yet one.
1 year old. He was existing, but not for a full year yet.
You were born when I graduated. Amazing.
So if you were in your senior year of high school, I would have been 7th grade. Ish.
That doesn't sound right either. Well, luckily we didn't date till you were in the 8th grade. I had standards, at 19.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I was already working at the current place that I work, at least a subsidiary of it.
Yeah.
And I remember that. So who are you dating? Well, I met this girl as 8th grader. I got high hopes.
I am from Kentucky.
That is true. Yeah. You're an old maid at that point, really.
Hey, Bladio.
Subscribe to Tier 1. Now, did you see anything pop up or hear anything? I didn't hear anything. I think I've got the audio thing fixed for follows, subscriptions, donations, and
It did pop up for a second. They saw a zombie.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear anything? Because I
anything.
got the audio squared away, at least I thought I did. And it should...
We were just talking about that local sports team. You missed out. We did the sports talk.
Yeah, we already talked beyond our capabilities.
Yes, there is a match today.
There is, yes.
They match up, and we discussed the fact that the fans, whether their team wins or their team loses, both will go crazy
Both
and
cities
riot.
will burn.
Yes,
Yes.
so both cities will burn. Let's go, Detmer. Beat Detmer.
That's
Woo!
right, that's the plan.
Hey, Harnest.
Hornist, I'm assuming you're going to be
Hooray!
watching the match today.
I don't think they call it a match.
I don't know.
I don't know what they do call it though. What do they do? Is this a game?
We'll find out in the third period.
We know football.
Sad thing is, I know enough to make fun of it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I've had this conversation with people. I hear the tickets are like $5,000 for the base seats, and then they go up from there. And one of the guys I work with,
It's a scrumble.
Who
Yes, I like
would
that word.
ever pay $5,000 to go someplace and sit with a whole bunch of other people and pay, $10, $15 for a beer? Well, they're in LA.
Hey, AJ.
Why would you do all
Score
that?
goals. Woo.
And his response was, why would anybody pay $5,000 for a bunch of board games? So I had a lot of comebacks to that, like board games last you forever, and but to his point, whatever you like, you like. And I agree. Hope everybody enjoys it and has a good day today, and gets all shit-faced drunk and stays at their friend's house tonight to clean up in the morning.
Yes, that's the polite thing to do. Whatever yuck and yum. Exactly.
Yuck's your yum.
Yeah.
You don't yuck somebody's yum.
Yeah, that's exactly how the saying goes, Bill.
But
you gotta yuck
float
the
your
yum.
boats, what I always heard, tripped your trigger. What other ones are there? Nailed it. Subscribed. Did you see? I didn't see anything
No,
pop up.
there's no zombie.
I mean, the test widgets work, and the sound, it pops up, and it stayed there for like 30
Yes,
seconds.
pitch the tent.
And, well, here, I'll show you see if it shows it up.
That's a
See?
follow. That's not.
Now, do you guys hear that? Do you hear the music? Because I hear it. Loud and clear. Yeah, so I guess. Good.
Well, that was the test thing.
I guess it's a test thing. It works. So now you need to go out and find. All right, here's before this stream is over, go out and find all of your friends and tell them to come in and hit the follow button just so I can see if it works. We want to test that 10 to 15 times today.
We do have headphones plugged in so that we could do the desktop audio thing.
Right. Just so it's still playing. It's just down on the floor and.
Have fun at your basketball game.
Basketball game. That's the one where they got the sticks, right? And they try to get it in the net.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a net.
Yeah, there are 2 nets actually.
A net.
There's somebody named. She's dead.
What's her name? What's her last name?
Annette Funicello, I believe. I think, but she's long dead. She died years ago.
Well, they should stop using her.
It's ridiculous.
Unless they taxidermied her.
A taxidermied Annette Funicello?
Yes.
For basketball hockey? Wow. Well, you never know. Could be a thing. There's a lot of weird crap out there.
It could be a thing.
So, all right.
Now that we're way
Long
off
enough.
topic.
Here's our 17 minutes of not doing anything. Let's talk about Dvonn.
You mean the game we're going to play today?
Yep. Let me get all my coughing out of my system, because usually I start coughing when I get ready to go to sleep, sit down and relax, or try to explain a game.
Yeah.
Those are the 3
It's
things.
all the talking.
That's the COVID
gift. The gift that keeps giving.
The gift.
Never ends.
Okay, so this game is the 4th game in the gift series. We've bought 3 of the 7, I think there are.
Yes. I agree with everything you've said so far.
Oh, man, we're on a roll then. Woo! I think I stop right here. Thanks for coming. So this, of the 3 that we bought, this is my least favorite of those 3, but these 3 are the most favorite of the 7. We haven't played all the 7.
Yes.
We played, I think, 5 of the 7, and they just re-released these recently. I did see Czar, Tzaar, was on Amazon. It just popped up to those.
Interesting. I don't remember which ones we've played.
So we've played Zertz, of course, Dvonn, Yench.
I think we played
We
Punked.
played 2 other ones.
I think we played Punked and we didn't like it.
And I think we might have played Gift.
Sounds right.
And I think
I
there's
don't
one.
remember
There's
it.
one more beyond.
Yes,
this.
there is. There's only 6 listed on the back of that.
So most of these games, are all by the same designer. Who is it? It's on the other side.
It's on the other side. Chris Berm.
And pretty much they all have their unique way of playing, but as you play, the game gets tighter and tighter, and the impact of your choices becomes greater and greater, and you can do them pretty well, and then suddenly lose the game at the last minute.
Once again, I
based on
agree
your
with
choices.
everything you've said.
Whew. Wow.
It's amazing.
Okay, so in this game we have a much wider board than we have in the past, and these little pieces, as they call them, not disc or anything. These are
They're just called pieces. Black pieces, red or white pieces, and Dvonn pieces. The red are called Dvonn pieces.
So yeah, these are the Dvonn pieces. There are 3 of them, and when all the pieces that are out on the board have to be linked back to that Dvonn piece in some way, or they get removed from the game, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. So the way that I'm the white player, and Emily's the black player, and on your turn, we will move pieces based on how high they are. You can sort of see over here so maybe they can see it there. Okay, so too high. So if you have 1 level high, you can move it 1 space in any line, straight direction. So, in this case, here, or here. If I have a stack of 2, of course, I have to move it 2 spaces in a straight line. So this, we could go here, could go here, could go here, but of course it can't go here because this is only 1 high, or because doesn't have any space beyond it. You can't go. You have to go the 2, and it's still linked back to the Dvonn piece, so everything's fine. Of course, Emily on her turn could very quickly go on top of that one. Now there's a stack of 3 that she owns. Whoever's on top of the pile can move the pile. The Dvonn pieces can't be moved by themselves. Nobody can just go grab one and move it over. But you can go on top of the Dvonn piece, and therefore it moves with that stack, which means if you move it away from an area that's not linked in any way back to a Dvonn piece, either that one or that one, then these pieces all come out of the game, and nobody gets any point for them at all. If at the end of the game, you have to keep on taking turns until you cannot take a turn. If you cannot take a turn, the other player gets to continue to take turns until they cannot take a turn. And then when neither one of you can take any turns, it's the end of the game. You take your stack, whoever's got with the color on top owns it. You take all of those, put them together, and whoever has the most pieces highest count will win the game. And that's essentially it.
2 things you missed.
You have to start on the outside.
If a piece is surrounded on all 6 sides, you cannot move it. So first you have to start from the outside. Then also when you move your pieces, you have to end on a space that has a piece on it. You cannot end on an empty space.
Good enough. Okay, any questions from anybody? We don't have Tomothy here to...
Rules lawyer.
Well, Tomothy will pop in here in a little bit, watch it for 30 seconds, and understand it better than we did when we first played.
Always the same starting setup. So no, it is a random start. Hey, Kenpo.
Hey, Kenpo.
How is your paper going, Elena? Anyway, the starting setup's random, so I tend to play black, so I took the black pieces. He's playing white, so he gets 2 Dvonn pieces. We put out the Dvonn pieces first, one at a time. So he'll put out one, I'll put out one, he puts out one. Then he'll start with putting down his white pieces, and we'll alternate till all the pieces are out. Then we start the second phase, which is the moving and collecting and screwing each other.
Well, not here on camera, but we're going to finish the game up.
8 pages down. How many pages do you have to do? It was a lot of pages, wasn't it? It was a lot. It's a long paper.
Is there a fixed amount of pages it has to be?
I think it's a fixed amount of words.
Oh, just make the words really small. And you can do it in 1 page. I think the teacher would appreciate that.
Half down. You got this. You can do it. I believe in you.
You have like a word limit, so they want you to keep it to a word amount.
What kind of food are you getting, Kenpo? Sorry to
without expanding beyond that.
She should finish today. Good job.
Under 2,500 words. That's good. Just pretend like you're tweeting.
Under 2,500.
Pretend like you're tweeting every sentence, so you narrow it down to the smallest amount of words to be able to say it. You can use like abbreviations and all the all the all that young kids speak.
Okay, do you want to start?
Microsoft Word now actually points out wordiness. Oh.
So like it gives you suggestions on how to correct it. A lot of the times like it suggests things that are even more wrong than what I originally put. It doesn't understand my meaning.
It has absolutely no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Well, Gmail does it too.
Jon does it too.
I can't think of a specific example, but the way I speak for graphic design, it doesn't like it. It's not grammatically correct, apparently. The way I call things.
Okay, I put the first Dvonn piece out.
I'm gonna put one right there. Right there.
And
no, I don't want it right there. I want it right there.
I think for fun, I'll put this one up here.
Okay.
So then, do I go again at that point? There may be some kind of strategy in this.
I'm sure there is.
Like, I wouldn't think you'd want to have all of your eggs in one basket, shall we say. Probably want to spread your
love around.
Spread your pieces around. Nobody's over here. What's...
I don't know. It's like my blind spot. Right in front of me. I can't ever see anything that's right in front of me. We all know this. need to put one there.
You can do that.
No, it needs to be yours.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, that was easy. Good job.
We did it.
Join us next week when we actually move the pieces around.
We need to turn now.
Turn now.
Please quick. We did it.
Yeah, some games are easy. All right. So, I guess I go first. Well, they can't see the. Oh, I guess I could up there. All right.
Yes. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna do that.
Why'd you do that?
So I can put my piece on top of your piece.
I see. Yes. I'm gonna put my piece on top of your piece.
Well then, I'm gonna put this piece on top of that piece.
I see.
You can see it over here pretty well, I think. It's hard to tell
Super
on
jerry-rigged.
camera with how big the stacks are, so.
Boop.
This camera's super crisp. This one here is a little fuzzy because of the distance away from your hair, because I don't have hair. The distance away, oh, there you go, from the table down. The problem is I have to go so far away, and then these are webcams. So what we need to do is we have a really nice camera, but it has a functionality that automatically shuts it off after a half an hour regardless, and there are no
fixes
for that camera, so we'd have to invest in a new camera. Yeah, I'd have to get one with lenses and
well, I mean, when I get my new phone, it might be good enough too.
Depends on what its focal length is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in the end, at some point in time, we will get a good camera.
Lame. It's good enough. I mean, that's what we're all about, being good enough.
Good enough. That's why we haven't done it. My turn, right?
See, you have the turnout that we never moved.
That makes the game harder.
Just move.
Now you got to remember, you do your turn, move a piece, move the owl. We should probably put that a little at the end of every rule book.
Move the owl.
Move the owl. Remember, each turn, move the owl. Look at you.
Look what I
Moving
did.
the Dvonn piece.
Look what I did.
Now the problem is, from their perspective, the Dvonn piece just disappears.
You can kind of see it in it's a sandwich. It's a Dvonn sandwich.
Yeah, but that's really hard to see on camera, I think. That's why I was afraid about this game, streaming this game, because I just didn't know how good or easy it was going to be to see what was going on. Okay.
I can't believe you did that.
Ow.
Ow.
So, anybody, if you watch back at the beginning of this on YouTube, you'll see our take on the game we just played, The Hunger. What did you do? You had that look on your face like...
It just went...
No, that's okay. That's not a problem. I just do this. I mean, we can go back and forth on it. Nobody's over there.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do that.
these games you've been playing on the stream are all part of a series. Yeah, it's on the GIPF series. GIPF. If you go look those up on Amazon or Mini Market or wherever you get your games, it'll show the different ones. They're good 2-player games just for, let's see here. I had a plan and you flubbed it up.
That's what I do. I flub. Pretty cool games, really nice components. Yeah, they are. They're good tactile experience. Add it to the list of games that we're going to play when you come down.
Ow.
Ow.
Shit.
I don't have to right now. Done took care of that before stream started.
Stream always comes before the shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now, this is sort of left for the rest of the game. That's the way I sort of see it. Because you can't move into these spots there. So ultimately, I have done pretty well over there. So
nobody's over here, you keep saying.
I know. You could have went over there and let me do what I wanted to do, and I'd have all the white ones here.
Anytime I could have came over here. But I didn't.
Let's see here. Need to get some stacks going. Well, you got some kind of plan? Is he some kind of evil? Oh my god. Alright, ow.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's all out of the game.
I couldn't do anything about it. Good play. God damn it.
Ow. It's a long list of games. You guys are going to have to come down for like 2 weeks so we can play through all of them. And I'm going to make you play The Hunger. See if you like it. Okay, now I don't know what I'm doing.
You didn't even give me a second to pick up the owl.
No! She's off school for a month. It's perfect. Okay, so that one can't be
But
moved,
the
that's
doggies.
okay. Yeah. Doggies.
I'll bring at least 2 pair of undies so that we can stay for as long as we need. That's all you need. It's exactly my point. If
We
you
do
got a
have a
washer
washing
and
machine.
dryer, you just... Well, you got 4 days right there, right? You got inside, outside, inside, outside. So that's 4 days for underwear without even washing. So that's pretty good.
Ow.
Shoot. I got all... Now I'm all upset about this over here. I can't think straight. Let's see here. Let's do that. You didn't now. Speed, Dvonn. So, I'm sure there's a good strategy to this game that we haven't figured out yet. It's really to isolate, like she did, isolate and get the pieces.
It's fine. It's fine. I could boop on top of that. Isolate your prey. I find myself saying that every time I play a board game. I'm sure there's a good strategy. Yes, there's always... Well, there are always strategies. That's for sure.
Fudge. Miscounted. Damn it.
Only single pieces can jump on top of stacks, I'm assuming. You move however many pieces there are. So if it's a single piece, it can move one. If it's 3 pieces, it has to move 3 spaces, and always in a straight line. You can't turn. And you can't end on an empty space. You have to end on another piece. I made an Oreo. I made a cookie. Bill always tries weird strategies. I mean, different. Weird equals unsuccessful. Reds are, they're the Dvonn pieces. You always have to have your pieces connected to the back to the Dvonn piece in some way, so they're kind of wild. Currently, since this red Dvonn piece is within his stack, he's on top, he controls it.
Then these come out. You can do that anytime.
Yeah, because this stack is now not going anywhere. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces in this stack, so it would have to move 7 and end on another piece. There's nowhere for it to go. It's done. It'd be done. You're going to thwart my plans. Let's see.
Shit. Ah. It's frustrating. Frustratingly good.
If I do that, you're going to do that, and that would be stupid. I could do that, but that would cause that to happen.
Yeah, that's what's going on here.
And I could do that. Oh, I could just do that.
You want to do that?
I might. It would hurt, but...
You're going to separate yourself out?
Separate you out. And then separate myself out later. But at least I took you out with me. Taking you down with me. What do you think about that?
Shh. Thinking.
He's thinking. Shh, everybody quiet. He's got to think. He doesn't want to lose to me.
Damn it. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose this one. I already know. There's no...
This is a quick game. The way we play it, anyway. I'm sure people could... Hey, Brambeard Gaming, how are you doing?
Hi, kids. Hi, kids. How you doing?
John's
Richmond?
thinking right now.
Thinking.
Don't distract him. We're playing a game called Dvonn. It's the 4th game in the GIMF project series. Currently, he's actually winning.
No.
He doesn't feel like he's going to win. I think you are winning.
Well, I'm not going to ultimately win because I have very little options. If I do that, you can
Lines
do
and
that.
washers, yes. I'm black, he's white. The red that you can just kind of make out are sort of wild, but since his white is on top, he controls that one. My black's on top of this one, I control this one, and I control that one. There are 3 red ones. basically we're just trying to... You always had to have pieces connected back to one of the red ones. So you probably can't see them. There's a big stack of ones over here that have been taken out of the game.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Lions in Warshire should totally be the unofficial name of this game.
Alright. Now.
Alright. Yes.
I only have...
I backed him into a corner.
2 moves.
Yes.
So I got to do that.
Okay.
That's really all I can do. So I think we're going to run into a point real soon where we have to make a move that we don't want to make. Because if there's an available move, you have to take it. If there are no moves for you to legally take, the other person gets to continue to make moves until they're done.
Do I do the sacrifice or not? Dang.
Well, I can see how this will play out if you do. You have 2 choices. 3 choices. 4 choices. You have 4 choices.
You want to rethink that for a second?
Yeah, I can see where this is.
Can't do that one because you'll just take it. So I can't do that.
You can.
No.
Yeah, I think
No.
it is one of your 4 options.
But I'm not going to do that.
See your camera. There's our other camera. See, I used the PVC system of attachment. Then I can adjust by making the PVC pipes longer or shorter based on what I need to do. Oh no, it's the opposite of fancy, but it is practical. It's easy to adjust and not spend a lot of money.
I think you got this.
There are probably much better systems you could buy, but this works fine for what, $5 maybe of that. Kind of like the speckled look of the pieces. Yeah, it's a little different.
We'll see what happens. I think you got this.
So all that goes away, right? Now
You can't do anything.
I can't move, so it goes back to you. You have to move one. You have to move that. Now you can't move.
So the game's over.
So the game's over. Now we take our stacks, and then we make it easy enough. We tied.
Now you have to count them though.
Oh, you have to count. No, wait.
You have if they're the same, you have to count because of slight differences in manufacturing.
Oh, well. 13. Yay! So yeah, they're pretty neat little speckled. I think one of the other games.
They're all speckled.
Well, the balls in the last game.
Yeah, they're because they needed different kinds, but all of them have some kind of speckled piece in them.
It's like that Bakelite from the 30s, I guess.
They all kind of go together. Richmond was asking if things have gone wild in our neck of the woods due to the big game.
I don't know. We don't leave the house.
Haven't been outside.
And, I go to work and people are talking about the football match, as we call it. We've determined that after the game is over is when, probably no matter how it comes out, there will be rioting and the people in the city will burn. Both LA and Cincinnati will probably have a lot of oh, there's this thing. Why is this down here? Oh, you know what I gotta do? I think I probably oops. I'm going to fix this real
about that? How about that?
Is that better? Here, this is what happened if somebody followed. Tell your friends, it's great. There's music and everything. Alright, so.
Why did you put the alloy up there?
Let's move it out of the way for now. Leave the house. Wouldn't leave the house after the game was over for at least. Yeah, that would be optimal for sure. People actually emotionally tied up in the result of the game. Yes.
Oh yeah, people,
yes.
especially people around here, since the Bengals haven't done shit in the last few years, and now they're actually finally apparently a good team. Yeah.
I've heard people have been camping out for a week out in LA before the game.
It doesn't surprise me.
It's crazy. I think what we're going to do is celebrate with playing Pandemic Legacy Season 0 with our son, and then I might paint a few things, because I've become a professional making minis person. I print far more than I paint.
I do have some minis I need you to print for me. We'll talk about it later.
I'll get them on the list.
Yes.
And then the problem is I've been off on this townsfolk tussle fiasco.
Fiasco?
Yeah, because at first, like anything that I paint, at first it was really fun. Now it's dwindling down to where I feel like I have to get it done before we stream it. And there's still like 7 more to do.
You don't actually have to get them all done. We discussed this.
No, we don't have to.
You only need the actual characters that we're going to play with and like 4 baddies. That's all we need. And you actually only need 1 baddie for when we start streaming, because there's only going to be 1 baddie we're going to play per stream.
Especially in Cincinnati. Yes, right. There's a special kind of crazy in the Midwest, especially in Cincinnati. People get pretty easily swayed to the insane.
But I mean, we also people go and well, we wouldn't camp out for a week, but go quite early for Gen Con or Essen or whatever.
Now, I'll defend that by saying we get tickets months and months in advance, and hotels and all that, and we go a little early to go meet up with friends and hang out. It's not rioting in the streets.
No, but there are people that go at like 8 o'clock in the morning and stand outside the door that doesn't open till 10 to run in and get the game that they want. Richmond wanted to try and get some Geta this morning. It was a little hard to come by in Minnesota. Geta is so good. I haven't had
Minnesota's still sort of Midwestern-y. I mean, they ought to. Is that outside of the Geta world?
Is Cincinnati.
Is that only Cincinnati?
It's a Cincinnati area
I know they have Geta Fest down here.
Geta is so good. It's fat.
It's bad for you.
It's so bad for you.
I've had good Geta and bad Geta. AJ doesn't know what Geta is. Well, it's sort of a mixture of a lot of things.
It's a sausage type oatmeal in it, and
Richmond, you probably can explain it better than we can.
Let me Googly. What is Geta?
I've had it with hot peppers and stuff in it. I've had it sort of an oatmeal-y sausage and mixture.
Meat and grain sausage or mush of German inspiration that is popular in Metro Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
It is primarily composed of... Hold on, I gotta click through to see more.
Usually served in a rectangle slice. That's right.
Ground meat,
grits,
pork or sausage or beef, pinhead oats, and spices. It was originally a dish meant to stretch out servings of meat over several meals to conserve money, and is a similar dish to scrapple or liver mush.
Scrapple, yeah.
And it is also developed by German immigrants.
Never heard of it in Michigan or Ontario. Wow. Well, something else came up the other day with somebody who was talking about a food that nobody else had heard of.
Braunschweiger.
Braunschweiger, yeah, that was me.
Braunschweiger, yes. Bill learned about 2 different kinds of meat products this month.
That's right.
Both originating from Germany.
Now, Richmond, did you ever have Braunschweiger when you were down here? Or liverwurst, some call it? I thought that was something everybody knew about.
It's German Cincinnati stuff. I mean, sauerkraut's German, but it's not specifically Cincinnati, I think.
When we went
how did sauerkraut become more popular?
I don't know. When we...
He's heard of liverwurst.
Liverwurst. But not Braunschweiger. It's like a little meat tube.
It's a meat
not
tube.
Little. It's
a big meat. It's a big old hunk of meat.
Yeah, it's...
You're going to explain what Dvonn piece is?
Yes, it is about between probably 4.5 Dvonn pieces around, and probably 3 Dvonn pieces long in most cases. And it tastes really good on a sandwich with, well, it depends on how wild you want to get, right? Onion and mayonnaise is usually, well, Miracle Whip, which is what we call mayonnaise in our house, which is really salad dressing. Friend whose uncle runs a German food booth at, was that Mayfest? Mayfest. Oh, in Newport every year, so we get some good food. Yeah, John, I think one of our friends goes down to GIPF and all the.
Well, he lives in Covington, so he's not too far. He used to live right on Main Strasse.
We're not that far from Covington. I mean,
there's a German meat place not too far from us. I've been meaning to go visit it for ages now, but keep forgetting. You forgot something?
Well, put those 2 things on your list and then go try them out. And next time we stream, you can come back and tell us your thoughts on
Braunschweiger and Geta. Geta.
Gotta get it. Now, Geta is also how you cook it too, right? I mean, I guess you can't really
you gotta make it a little crispy.
So much.
It's gotta be a little crispy.
Ketchup on your Geta.
No.
Yeah, they do a lot of ketchup.
Okay,
Richmond,
Steve.
Richmond, what do you put on your Geta?
Nothing.
You're not Richmond. I wasn't asking you. You put nothing on your Geta.
No.
Nothing.
Correct.
What do you? Well, you don't.
I'm a Geta purist.
You're not a breakfast person anyway.
No, I'm not.
She doesn't eat eggs.
Hard
There's really
boiled.
no breakfast
Cereal.
food that you.
Pancakes. I like pancakes.
I guess that passes.
But not maple syrup. I like pancakes with strawberry
Apparently,
jelly.
Bill puts
jam.
goldfish on his Geta.
I believe he was
That
saying
does
he is
sound
he is a goldfish. You want to play this one more time?
Yep.
Okay, you start. See if we learned any strategy from this.
I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
I learned something bad that happened.
Nothing. Usually have it with a runny egg, so just mix it in with that.
I like the runny eggs too. I like a poached egg. Do you have one? I have one of these poachers, double egg poachers for the microwave. You can put it in for 53 seconds, and it comes out just right. It's right on the. Still, all the yolk is all gooey, not gooey, runny, and the egg is just where it just got cooked enough. I almost like an egg, like where you look at it and you go, "Has that been fully cooked?" That's the best. Same way I like my meat too. I like when you slice into it, and the sort of there's blood that sort of runs. It's that primal meat. I like it just raw, almost. Anyway.
Bill's doing a prediction.
Yeah? What are you predicting?
Yeah. He's predicting who's going to win.
Oh, great.
Everybody vote for who you think's going to win.
So far,
we
we've
tied. Yeah. Trying something this time.
Me too. What are you trying?
I'm not telling. Why would I tell you my strategy?
So I would know it.
Why would I want you to know it?
So you can prove to me that it works.
I don't need to prove nothing to you.
Make your predictions. Channel points to be won.
Ooh.
Can you tweet that out too, Bill? I've heard of such things. These channel points that you speak of. We don't. I don't think we have as much, or at least on our stream, we don't have much cool stuff. Like Brandbeard has all kinds of crap popping up all over the place when they stream.
Bill dropped $500 on me, but no pressure to win.
5K on M.
Yeah, that may have been a mistake, Bill.
Where do you want me to put it?
I don't know right now. I don't currently have a spot where you need to go.
I will say I'm not really thinking through this at all.
I'm not a whole lot either. I mean, we probably should be thinking a little more about this point since it really determines what happens next. But it's just kind of where it feels like the right place for it to go. Right?
What I do is I scan and I go, oh, there's a spot. So that's my strategy.
Oh, he accidentally bet on Jon.
Oh, man. Thanks, Bill. That's really gonna... I might throw the game just for that purpose alone. Thanks for the confidence, son of a...
Our points are on the line. Think it through.
Yeah, Brambear, you guys have a lot of... I'm not one to usually throw those little thingies up there to make you do stuff, but there's a few people in your stream that I think they just have so many points they just keep on hitting it so they don't hear you guys talking. I mean, it's 11 times return, Bloody is. So, all right, well, let's do this, right? You ready? Oh, I go first.
Ow.
Ow. All right.
Ow. Oh, hydrate.
Oh, good. Cheers.
Clunk.
And then next week, well, we talked about what we're planning on doing next week. Are we going to go to do Townsfolk Tussle next week?
It all depends on the baby.
Oh.
We almost had a grandbaby on Friday. Because our daughter can't stay home from work and sit on the couch like she's supposed to.
And she got pregnant.
I did. I did do a mother told you so. Because she had high blood pressure Wednesday, stayed home from work Thursday because her doctor told her to. Went into just a meeting on Friday that was an hour and a half of drives away. And I was like, did you not think that driving might raise your blood pressure a little bit, especially when she calls me while she's driving and I could hear the road rage going on? So again, her blood pressure was quite high. She had to go to the hospital, but everything's fine. They got it down. She's on the couch now. Evan won't let her move or do anything.
The important thing to note here is I don't have to raise it. And they live, a little over 2 hours away?
Yes, so I was packed. I ran around like crazy on Friday trying to get packed and ready to go because she does want me up there when the baby's born. And then I didn't end up going. So at least I am mostly packed now for when we get the call. I'm hoping it'll be nice if they like give her an induction date and I can get up there the night before so I don't have to do it in a panic. That would be good.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe you should just go ahead up there and just stay there until you're ready, just in case.
Well, because I do have a doctor's appointment next Thursday, and Tommy needs an allergy shot sometime this week, because we do have another kid, if you remember, that needs things taken care of, too. Not as much now, because he is 16 and is mostly self-sufficient. Sufficient? Reliant?
Self-reliant.
Reliant. He can mostly take care of himself, but does need rides to places occasionally.
Well, he's learning to drive. I need to take him back out and do some more driving.
Yeah.
We lack a little lax on that. I don't know. When I was 16, I couldn't. When I was 15, I couldn't wait to drive. And kids today don't seem to worry too much about driving because they don't have to go anywhere.
No, they can always get to their friends.
We had what was called a phone tethered to the wall, not a movable one. And when you were talking to somebody, your parents couldn't talk to people because you were hogging the line. Is that a metal song? Hogging the line, hogging the line.
It is now. Thought you'd appreciate that.
You know what you just did there is potentially caused a big riff on that whole side of the board.
I wonder what will happen if I do this. And then I did
that is a strategy of some kind.
I potentially wiped out this whole half of this board.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially. We'll see what happens. There's definitely a metal song in there somewhere.
Well, I think you did Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, but you moved it to Walking the Line.
Hogging the phone. Hogging the line.
Well, Hogging the Line.
But it was set to Breaking the Law, yes.
Brick in the wall?
Breaking the wall.
Okay, good.
That's what I said. Just because you didn't hear me right does not mean that's not what I said.
Just because you didn't hear me right.
Exactly.
Does not mean.
That's not what I said.
That's not what I said. Okay.
Thanks for the lurk, AJ. Get your paper done.
Get your paper done.
All Elena comments and questions should be directed to Bill.
All right. Don't know what to do.
Dragging the Line is also a song.
It sounds like a fishing song.
Tommy James. I've never heard Tommy James.
Tommy James.
I have no idea who that is.
What kind of music does Tommy James do?
I definitely know this. You know how many times somebody tells me I definitely know that song, and then I listen to it and I'm like, no, I've never heard this song before. It happens so many times. Tommy did it to me the other day. He's like, you definitely.
Tommy told you a song that you didn't know?
Yeah, he's
Tommy
like,
doesn't even listen to music.
Yeah, he does. He's listening to music now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's finally actually gotten tasting something.
What kind of music did you listen to?
I don't remember what it was, but it was definitely something I'd never heard before.
Ska?
No. Don't be ridiculous. Although, to be fair, you have done it to me several times, and I'm like, no, I've never heard that song before, and then you play it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I have heard that song.
Yeah, because you don't
care about music as much as you do?
Mm-hmm. Well, I say I care about older music.
80s music?
Well, no, 80s. I mean, there's... No, not just 80s music.
No, you like some of the newer ones, but that's, I mean, that's when you grew up. 80s and 70s. Because of Steve and Karen.
Yep.
Bill says I started to really get into music probably around Tommy's age. I'm still waiting for that, I think.
I was like 12 was when I started really.
I kicked 2 of your pieces out of the game.
That's fantastic.
Well, you started like because Karen and Steve are so much older than you.
Yeah.
It's different for you.
I listened to, well, let's see, in the basement, and when I was a kid, in the 70s, I think the music that I heard most was what my sister had and my brother had on a record player, which would have been anything from Foreigner, let's see, Foghat, Kiss, Destroyer. I remember that one because Karen got that, and it had the guys on the front cover, the band members in the front cover, and my mother thought it was, the devil.
Your mother
Knights and
thought
Satan's
a lot
service,
of stuff
right?
Was evil and devil.
So, yeah, that was. That was what I remember, and then it was a lot of Boston.
You know what? I just realized we haven't been paying attention to if we were moving pieces that were not completely surrounded or not. I don't think
I don't think we've done it, but
yeah, we haven't been paying attention to that at all. I'm sure it would have changed this game quite a bit if we'd been actually playing by all the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we should do that from now on. You can't move a piece if it's completely surrounded on all 6 sides. So, just a reminder to everybody when we do that.
Yeah, you should pay attention to that. You should pay attention to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody here, there's a social contract that we have in streaming. And one of those social contracts is we don't necessarily have to pay much attention to what we're doing. It's up to you guys to make sure that we're doing it right.
You got that?
I don't think that's anything wrong with that. That's we're providing
entertainment?
Somewhat
some kind of entertainment?
Some kind of entertainment.
Oh.
Oh, what?
No. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Because you don't, it's just done, right?
Yep.
You don't get a move. Okay, yeah, it's done.
No, but
yes.
if you went the other way, you would have got more. Oh, no, it would have separated.
Yeah.
Either
I would
way.
have lost that piece.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's just me stacking everything up, right? Because you can't make any moves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. I
Right?
kind of screwed myself.
That's
a little
why
bit.
I thought once I separated this out, I'd let you mess around over there.
Yeah, and I completely ignored this whole section right here.
So I can do.
Yeah, that was not good of me.
Now I got to figure out how I tactically can do this.
Oopsies.
It doesn't really matter because if I go here, then
Oh,
I
first
can
time
go
greets. Can I ask what
two.
this game is called?
here
Hello.
and here.
Hold on, we have Kilted Ninja. Hello.
Kilted Ninja, how you doing? This game is called Dvonn. It is
Game 4 of the GIPF Project series of games by Chris Berm.
yeah. So if you look up the GIMF, if you're interested in playing these games, look up GIMF, and then all the other games are series from that. This is they're all 2-player games, and they play a little different. We played last week. We played Zerts,
Yes.
and the week before we played Yinch. So if you want to go to
The
the Incorrigible Party
YouTube channel.
you can
They're
see
up there
those
if
two.
you want to check them out.
They're good little strategy games that play usually in about 20 minutes to
This
half
is
an
a
hour.
quick game, yeah. This is our second play, and we started at noon.
They're thinky. As the game progresses, it gets tighter and tighter. So if you like games that sort of really get to that impact point towards the end where things,
The AP goes up the longer the game goes.
Yeah. All right, so we wait
A
a
little bit of
second.
tension going on, yes.
Nobody else can move, so we stack them up and
Yes. So you joined us just in time for the end to see that he has won.
there you go, Bill. I
Yeah,
did it
by-
all for
by
you, buddy.
Quite a bit. I screwed myself.
I did
on
it
this
all
one.
for you.
I
So-
think I helped you in that win.
So Bill,
I helped you quite a bit.
yeah, but so you threw the game? Is that what you're saying?
Not intentionally. Not
Okay.
at all intentionally.
Well, if you don't, you can't throw the game if it's unintentional. We'll definitely have to make an effort not to overthink my turns. I'm prone to analysis paralysis. Well,
I think I should have analyzed a little more what I was
think,
doing.
like with Zerts, I think the ball one,
Yeah.
that one, I think it takes a little bit of backwards thinking, right? Because
Yes.
you got to go,
Yeah.
okay,
Did you believe in miracles?
what
these-
the hell?
On
Richmond?
strategy games, John tends to win a lot more than I do. I just got lucky the last 2 weeks on those games that we won. I don't think you were fully thinking through.
Emily prefers chaos games.
Yes.
Where you really can't think about what the next step is going to be until it's there, right? You can't look at the board and try to figure out moves. I like games where I go, okay, here's what they're most likely going to do, so I need to plan 2 moves ahead of that.
Right, like 5 Tribes.
5 Tribes, right?
Yes.
Which there's a 5 Tribes has a little bit of strategy.
A little.
But, the board can change so much from.
Abstract
Round
games
around.
are my thing.
Yeah,
And you're
I'd
more
say-
chess-like strategy type games, which is why I was so surprised the last 2 weeks that I won the games that we played. This is a lot more how things go for us.
You're much better at word games, and Quirkle is your game.
Yeah,
I would
love
say.
Quirkle.
I would say I'm just trying to figure out by how many points I'm going to lose when I play Quirkle. Because the amount of times she gets a damn double or triple Quirkle is amazing. She does double Quirkles a lot, but if you've not played Quirkle, that's a great game to pick up for anybody.
And there is an app on the iOS if anybody wants to challenge me. Happy to play. I don't win all of them. You can ask Britt.
What do you think your percentage of wins to losses are? Do you think you...
I've been playing against Joe Sondale,
Yeah.
and we're pretty evenly matched. I don't even look to see who wins because it's just about playing the game. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, I lost that one. Darn it. Okay, let's go again.
Yeah. So And then Azul and those kind of games. I think we both
love Azul.
We're both pretty evenly matched on those types of games. But for sure, yeah, that when we played Yench, typically I think I win Yench, and we played it a number of times on stream, and I lost. Maybe it's just all the pressure of being on stream.
I think you get distracted by the chat.
Oh.
And then you hurry to rush to take your turn, and you don't fully think it through like you do when we play without the chat.
Well, I think when you're streaming, you feel like long pauses are bad, so you want to make a decision quick.
So we can only ever play Yench on stream.
So whenever we play a game with Bill, we need to stream it.
John earned that win and proved that Bill is an exceptional bettor, because he definitely meant to bet on John. And Richmond loves chaos games like that.
Yeah,
yes.
What's the other? There's a few other games, excuse me, that we've played that are very much. I just don't even look at the board until it's my turn.
Right.
Like I said, right now we're playing Pandemic Season 0.
Yes.
We're playing Robin Hood.
The Adventures of
Robin Hood.
By Michael. What is his last name?
I can't think.
Same guy that did Legends of Andor.
Yeah, and that one's a good co-op game, but we're doing pretty well. Actually, we're doing pretty well on both of them overall, which Tommy is keeping us in line in Pandemic. Because there's so many times we're like, well, we could just do this and this, and Tommy's like, no, you can't. You can't do it because of this, this, and this, and this. And we're like, oh, you're right. He's our Tomothy. It's something to do with the word Tom, right? Tom's her rules people.
We need to complete the prediction.
I guess one of the two of you have to complete the prediction whenever you have the time. Oh, so how do you do that?
So, I mean, yeah, you just need to tell us how.
Complete the prediction. Oh, wait a second.
No, I don't see any. I don't know how to do it. We'd be happy to do it right now. We just don't know how to do it.
Well, we're done. Now we're just BSing, so you might as well tell us how to do it. Do you have to type something in? This is a good learning experience for me. This is a good learning experience for all of us.
That we'll never remember.
Except for everybody who probably...
You'll have to tell us again next time that we do this, because we won't remember. I guarantee you, we won't remember.
So, Incorrigible Party updates. We are tomorrow, Valentine's Day, back to the normal podcast, right? Normal release,
yes.
The mainstream.
Yes, the podcast is releasing again tomorrow.
Yeah, we had a little bit
back
of a break for...
Well, we had a break, and then we had travel, and then we had sickness, and then we had more family issues going on.
Yeah.
And now we're back.
It was a good break, but we, getting back into podcast recording.
Yes.
We are, we missed it. All of us missed it a lot, I think. We got to get past the talking over each other thing again, get back into the, I think we've done pretty well. But we've done that, and we've also been recording your patron-only...
Yes. Red Wolf
Adventure.
Yes.
And we also, I just purchased
Red Wolf.
a game called 10 Candles that we're going to take to GIPFCon to play. Mm-hmm. And that is going to, we're going to try that out, and if that works pretty well, I might...
I'm not sure how we'll do it for a podcast, yeah.
Well, I mean,
over Zoom.
You don't get that feeling, because the 10 Candles game, I guess you have 10 candles, surprise, surprise. And you're all going to eventually die, essentially, and as you do things, the candles blow out until eventually you go into darkness. It's sort of a horror RPG game. One of the guys on our local group said he watched it on, what's the guy's name? Matt Koval. There was somebody else, though. It was on Matt Koval's channel. So, took a look at that, and so I went ahead and bought that. It looked like a neat RPG, so maybe that'll be another game we put into our...
Patron?
Well, I was just going to say one-shot series of some kind.
Yeah.
And then we also want to do, excuse me, Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, that's going to be patron only.
That'll be patron only. But the good thing is you can become a patron and listen to all that cool stuff. We've done Paranoia.
Yeah, we have many back.
We've done End of the World.
Previous.
We've done
campaigns that we've done.
Other D&D stuff, I believe. Paranoia is another one I'm planning on taking down to our get-together, so hopefully we'll be able to
Bill, I am in mod view. What do I do now? For the prediction. Going back to the prediction thing. I still don't see anything.
Has anybody else got tickets for Gen Con or Origins yet? I know they're both on sale, and I think our ability to get hotel rooms for Gen Con was today at noon.
Oh, shoot.
And I think we got 1 hour or something to do it, and we're already past that.
You never told me that.
No, that's because I forgot.
What does the prediction icon look like, Bill?
Now, we do have a place we can stay in Indianapolis, but they're going to have a baby, so I don't want to stay there.
Choose outcome. Choose outcome. John won. Complete prediction. Are you sure John is the correct outcome?
Yes. John is always the correct outcome. All right, so does it pop something up there?
Yes, there should be done there now.
So can I do that from the Streamlabs desktop thing, or does it have to be done? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. There's still a lot I need to learn. I think I've got all the basics down, and now we just need to do the extra little cool stuff. Anything else we want to bring up? You have a video out on a bag that you made?
I made a D20 bag and made a video of it and put that out on our YouTube channel. And I am now working on making a me pillow, and I'm about half through because setting it up to do the video for that makes it take like 3 times as long as what it normally takes me. So it's coming. John is the correct outcome. Thanks for the ego boost.
That's right.
From Hornist.
Well, you're other
the other John. Other John is the correct outcome.
Any John. I'm gonna
Any John that's Jon.
That's right. Because nobody needs an H.
You talked to John Davis about that?
I told him it was useless. I don't know why he keeps using it. Yeah, there's the
Thank you, Bill.
Great. Well, I think we probably need to raid somebody here. We've before we jump off here. Everybody's getting ready to go watch the football match, and I don't have anybody on my.
I'm looking. Eclectic Camel is live.
Okay.
We can go raid him. Oh yeah, that's what I just said, Bill. High five.
All right. So let me see if I can put this in here.
Oh, Bill did it. Bill did it.
Oh.
Bill's got us.
All right, sweet. Well,
thanks for the stream.
See you next
catch
week.
Future ones. Thank you. We tend to stream on Sundays. Don't know what's going to happen next week because grandbaby's coming. Yeah, thanks for stopping.
Yep, next week we might. Yeah, if we get to play, we'll probably maybe at least go over Townsfolk Tussle because I think it's going to be a little bit. We played Kingdom Death. This is a light version, so hope to see you there. Thanks for joining. And Bill, do I got to put something on here?
No.
Oh, we're ready.
Yeah.
Bye.
You're not. You left the raid, is what you did.
Oh. Wait. Bill. Are we still here, or are we?
We went.
Okay.